And how you doing, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee. I'm back with another wrestling video. Before I start this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff in the book. And today we are going to review NXT. As always, I'm not editing anything, so we're just gonna get straight into this. And I think I do have a way to for me to edit videos, but I'm just gonna mess around eventually on my off time and do it like tomorrow or Sunday or whenever day I don't have to work. So let's start off with the beginning. We're gonna go to the end. I'm just gonna give a little highlights and quick notes of the matches and whatever did happen in NXT. I don't want to take forever in the day with this. So first out is Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross comes out. He has a match with Danny Burch. Karrion Kross has really cool music. Danny Burch comes out. He's serious. Doesn't even do the number two. He just comes straight out. He tells the ref to ring the bell. As soon as he gets to the ring, rings the bell. He's on fire. He's on top of Kross. Um, he was on fire for a little bit, but Karrion Kross, too big, too strong. He pretty much dominated him like throughout the whole match. It wasn't really a match. Um, Danny Burch did get like some good moves on him. He hit him with a couple of German suplexes. He hit him with one German suplex, and Karrion Kross got up. And then he hit him like again with another German suplex, and Karrion Kross got up again. And then he turns around and Danny Burch gave him a nice, nasty clothesline for two, which was really cool. In the end, though, um, that same time, my boy gave him a crossface. As soon as he pinned him, he reversed into a crossface, and like Karrion Kross was trying to get out of it a couple times, and each time Danny Burch was reversing into the crossface, and then Karrion Kross looked at him, got his superhuman strength, gave him a nice pseudo backbreaker, back suplex, pseudo black back suplex, and then he his finisher that I don't know what it's called, but he got the win. After that, as soon as he gets his win, bask in his glory. Keith Lee comes out, NXT champ comes out. He has a contract in his hand. They leave. He says, "Hey, from the first moment that you challenged me, I welcomed you. I said you can come get this work, but you was a little bitch and had your little bitch girlfriend be by your side and do all your dirty work." He didn't say that last part, but he did call him a bitch ass. It said that he took that the bitch's way and did it. He said, "Now I begged and I pleaded with Mr. William Regal." He said, "I signed it. You signed it. Now all I need is your punk ass to sign it." And he drops it. Scarlett Bordeaux, uh, magnifique. She gets it. She gives it to Kross, who I think signed it, but he was kind of looking at it. He wasn't really looking at it. He's going like this. She takes it. Nice kiss of death. Uh, Slides it back in the ring. And then it looks like, I don't know if Keith Lee was either sad or intrigued or nervous about, like, did he do some funny stuff to it? He opens it, boom, big old fire like magic blew up in his face. And they end the set, and the segment went like it was all right, but the segment dragged. They had the ambulance and the you gotta. He was like, hey, you gotta listen to her, Keith. You gotta listen to her, Keith. You gotta listen to her, Keith. He wanted Karrion Kross, but they just kept saying, you gotta listen to her, Keith. And then as soon as that over, like after like a whole minute and a half, Drake Maverick's music comes, and then him versus Killian Dane. They go to the commercial, which, by the way, I'm going to give that match in a segment. I'm going to give it a B plus. The match was nothing. Like, Danny Burch got some cool stuff in, but you already knew who was winning. And then the segment, like, it was good. Keith Lee can talk very well. but that ending dragged a little bit. Like the ending with this fish getting burned and he's holding this fish, that dragged for like 2 minutes. It was not necessary, and not even that. My, Drake Maverick and Killing Dane's about to should come out and have a match, and you'd think that uh, they would care about that. No, ambulance come. Soon as ambulance come, go to picture in picture. Not even after that, Undisputed Era comes out and like come out in a car. It's like, wow, well, they don't care about this match. And clearly they didn't, because when they come back from the commercial break, Undisputed Era comes out and they beat up Drake Maverick, they beat up Killian Dane. This is the whole thing to just be like, whatchamacface, Adam Cole is tired of Pat McAfee. He says at Takeover that he's gonna beat him. He's like he's not gonna you're not gonna be playing wrestler. Like I'm gonna beat you up. And he said he dares him to come next week, which Pat McAfee accepted. Of course he did. So I mean, literally all they had to do was they had the match. They had the thing with Keith Lee. They could have omitted this whole part out. They could have just came to commercial, came back from commercial, and then just had Undisputed Era come out and cut the promo, and it'd been just the same as not having Killian Dane and Drake Maverick there. But or they could have did like they could have did thing where Killian Dane was about to come out, like after that Killian Dane was about to come out. But instead, Undisputed Era like attacks him from behind or whatever. Like they could have did something different, but you just wasted a whole 2 minutes of the match for no reason. But it is what it is. After that, there was Dakota Kai promo. Her and Io Shirai both had promos. I guess I'll just do them both at the same time. Dakota Kai was just pretty much saying that she can she can beat Io Shirai. She knows what it takes to beat her, which I don't know how she would know what it takes to beat her. But she says she knows the key of beating Io Shirai, which my guess would probably be jumping her from behind because that's what she does. Nowadays, she said she doesn't need friends, she doesn't need insurance policies or anything. At Takeover 30, she is going to win. Later on the contrary, Io Shirai did her own video package. She was like, "Hey, you attacked me from behind." It was like, "Okay, that's cool." He's like, "You weren't even relevant until you attacked Dakota Kai." It was like, "Before Dakota Kai, you weren't even relevant," which was hilarious. He was like, she said, Takeover, she's gonna beat her. He was like, before we even knew you, all you were was the girl who was scared of Shayna Baszler. That was a reference. That was hilarious. So Takeover 3 is gonna be great. Uh, mm, 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 mm. After that, there was another promo that I don't remember. There was another promo. You know, it's sad. I literally just watched uh, NXT, and I already forgot. Isn't that sad? I'm looking to see what was next. This is the reason, guys, why I take notes. Oh, I knew that. All right, so next up was I don't know if this was next up, but I'm just gonna talk about what else happened. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter, they faced off against Aaliyah and my girl Mercedes Martinez of the Robert Stone brand. Robert Stone, he had cut a promo on Casey. He was saying, he was like, "Hey, you're really good. You're really talented. You're like a ninjas. You're a ninja warrior. You're very popular with the fans. But the problem is you're too busy worried about being with a loser instead of being with winners. If you want to be a winner, you need to drop the loser." And Casey and Kaden just like looked at each other. They laughed. They pretended that they were gonna hit Robert Stone. He flinches and she steps on his feet, and his ankle hurts and stuff like that. Casey just goes straight after Mercedes. Does a hurricane on her. Match starts. They really try. They try. They attempt, but they fail. Um, It was this one solid tag double team move from Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez, where Mercedes had Kaden Carter up like that, and she went to slammer, and Leah did a nice bulldog as she slammed on the floor for a near two. That was actually pretty solid. Uh, every time Mercedes was in there, she dominated because she dominates. Uh, she in the end gets her finisher for the win. 1, 2, 3. Aaliyah's elated. She's trying to hug Mercedes Martinez, and Mercedes is like pushing her out the way. And then this is my brutality. Rhea Ripley comes out, and she's beating up Mercedes Martinez. She's beating up Aaliyah. She goes back after Mercedes, and Aaliyah jumps her, and they. And it's kind of funny because she's trying to Aaliyah's just trying to help Mercedes, and Mercedes is just pushing Aaliyah out the way, and then she goes after Rhea by herself, and then Shanti Blackheart, bless her soul, she is just the greatest little thing I've ever met in my life. She's so great, I love her so much. She comes even the odds, beats up Aaliyah, beats up Mercedes, and they stand tall. So I smell a tag team match like next week or the week after. Maybe next week, and then maybe Rhea Ripley versus Mercedes Martinez as Takeover 30. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of matches at Takeover 30. Either a lot or none. But I feel like there's going to be a tag team match between Shanti and Rhea and Robert Stonebrand. Shanti and Rhea is gonna win because they're gonna get that little nugget of revenge, and then it's gonna be Rhea versus Mercedes at Takeover 1-on-1, and I think Mercedes might win. I think it's time for Rhea Ripley to go main roster. She doesn't need any of this. Um, Finn Balor promo. He's pretty much talking about how much he starts talking about demographics, which is funny because that's all everybody cares about. He was like, "Hey, people want to watch me." He was like, "That's why I'm going to be in this ladder match. People want to watch me. It doesn't matter if you're 18 to 49 or if you're in a retirement home," which is hilarious. He said the Prince. He said, "Doesn't matter who's it going to be, whether it's Kushida, whether it's Cameron Grimes, or it's this Mr. Opponent. Easy pickings for me for the next week." Then after that, we have Damian Priest versus Bronson Reed. Brunson Reed looks like he's ready. He's getting ready for his match. Our boy Damian Priest is chillaxing in the back in the couch. He's like, "Yeah, I'm about to get this dub." This was a pretty fun match. Big guys fighting, doing heavy hitting. Damian Priest also doing some nice aerial work. He did like a springboard somersault onto Brunson Reed for a nice two. He does this thing where he does like the strength thing. He tries to go for a suplex, but Brunson Reed don't be having any of that. And then he tried it later on. He does the one, try to do it, and then he tries to like weaken him down, and then he tries to do it again. He doesn't do it, so he does it, weaken him down again, and then he does one last thunder arrow. It's like a Michinoku driver time. I think it's called like the burning arrow, burning hammer, or something like that, for a nice 2 count. And then he tries it again, but then Brunson reverses it. He hits it swiftly, like swiftly, runs to the top rope, hits his or attempts to hit his tsunami splash, which didn't really look good because he already looked like he was like when he tried to go on top rope, he already looked off balance, and when he jumped off, it kind of seemed like he slipped, like it already wasn't going to work out as soon as he went up there. But he went for it. Damian Priest sort of, kind of, a little bit attempted to get out the way, but it kind of didn't. Kind of caught the back of his legs, and then Damian Priest went to go for a crossroads, whatever the actual name of the reckoning. I just call it the Crossroads because that's what it is. But he tried to go for the Reckoning. Brunson Reed reverses to a nice jackknife pin for the uno, dos, tres. And Brunson Reed is the winner. Damon Priest is like, this is what happens when you just sit in the couch and don't do anything. Then after that, there's another match with Mia Yim versus. The girl who beat Shanti Blackheart, Ida something, Indy Hartwell. Yeah, I'm kind of cheating. I'm looking, but Indy Hartwell. It seems like they really like Indy Hartwell because she's been wrestling a lot. She did have that win over Shanti, who was a big upset. Nobody expected her to win. And then she's had a match with Tegan Knox, who she lost to, and now she's having a match with Mia Yim. So it seems like they're getting her comfortable, so she could probably, when she gets that first eventual win, she might be they might be she might actually join the Robert Stone brand too. That could be something cool that she could do. But I think Mackenzie was interviewing Mia Yim, and she was like, "Hey, what happened to is Keith Lee okay?" She's like, "Man, I don't know. I had to leave. I just literally got here, and I gotta go get a match." And she goes in there, and this is a nice, decent match. Wasn't really back and forth. Uh, Indy got a good amount of offense in here. She got a good amount of reversals and some cool moves, which is always good. Towards the end, though, she started mocking her by doing some Keith Lee. She was trying to do the basket of the glory. She was trying to say Keith Lee's not here, firing up Mia Yim, and then that gets her mad, and then she ends up getting her with this nice reversal, like this like bow and arrow, side bow and arrow, snap your neck type finisher, which you should probably use more in Indy Hartwell. She taps out. That's good stuff. Which was not good stuff. Funny enough was the Gargano little segment. I don't like this because I don't like their they'll talk about something and then it'll cut in like she thinks I'm she thinks I'm a bad girl, but I'm not a bad girl. I'm the goodest girl of all time, and you're a fake friend. Anyways, and then on the end, and then so bad. So pretty much what happened was um Candice LeRae is with the dog, and I guess they just finished dinner, which they didn't even finish the dinner, which is crazy. You just have steak and you just know you eat it, so you just that rich that you just not finish eating steak. Must be nice. My mouth got parched a little bit. Must be nice to have steak and not finish eating it. But she was telling this fairy tale story about how Tegan was a dragon and not nice, and um, how she portrays how she thinks that she's a good girl, like she's a hero. Everybody thinks that she's a hero, but she's really a bad person, a bad friend, whatever like that. And then they do the and then they do that thing. It's like I'm the one who's nice in this picture, and da da da. And then Johnny Gargano's like, "Hey, what kind of book are you reading over there?" And then she was saying that how the kingdom has fallen, and Johnny was like, "Our kingdom is not fallen. We're the best. Our kingdom is just being put together. And hey, I know these guys are talented, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be. You can't have You can't have a takeover without Johnny Takeover. That's defeats the purpose of takeover. He's gonna go to the ladder match. He's gonna be two-time takeover champion, North American champion, and he does the weird thing to the glitches. And he says by this time, it's like this time I might be climbing a pixel for a ladder. I might be climbing a ladder. Next time I'm going to be doing it for a championship. Or something like that. It was really weird, and I don't like that. Other matches. Oh, they have a cruiserweight champion, NXT champion Escobar versus Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze looked a little serious during this thing. His entrance, he wasn't all flashy and flamboyant and stuff like that. Escobar comes with his peoples, DJ Z and Raul Mendoza. My boy was like, "Hey," Fantastic was like, "Hey, I got it. You guys go in the back. Don't need you guys." And he really did, and he was putting the boots to Tyler Breeze the whole match. The second Tyler Breeze got any type of offense in, it got shut down, and towards the end, he got one little slither of offense in. He was doing a lot of forearms, and when he was just about to fire up Raul Mendoza and Joaquin DJZ Wild come, it comes around him. He drop kicks him. He's laying everybody out, and then he turns into Phantasma. Phantasm hits him with the Michinoku driver. I think called him something else, but he hits him with one of those for the 1, 2, 3. Then he starts beating. Everybody starts beating him up, and then Fandango comes. And poor Fandango comes in like a crutch with like a broomstick or something like that, and he's trying to swat away everybody. He goes in the ring. He gets beat up by everybody. Isaiah Swerve comes out. He comes to save the day. And next week is going to be a 6-man tag. So apparently Fandango's not going to be in the sling anymore. He's going to be A-OK because he's going to be wrestling, which uh, they may win. I feel like they might win it because at Takeover 30, if they have that match between Swerve and Phantasmo, Phantasmo's not losing that championship. They keep putting over the fact that Swerve is the only person who has beat Phantasmo since he's been there. So that means to tell me that at Takeover he won't be winning, which is a shame because he deserves to win. But Phantasmo is really good. Uh, After that, there's the main event. Yeah, main event sees. Yeah, just looking over. Oh, before the main event, my boy uh, uh, Timothy Thatcher, he does his School of Hard Knocks again, and he was talking about adaptation. He was saying that 2 weeks ago he had him in he had one of his opponents in a move, and then he transitioned to the ankle lock, and he had this poor guy in the ankle lock who was tapping. But he put him in a grapevine, and he held it tighter. He was just telling him that he learned that no matter what you guys do, you have to learn how to adapt. And he had it before they go to the main event. He still has it on him, which is hilarious. Um, so next week they advertised the face to face between Pat McAfee and Adam Cole. They advertised the 6-man tag between Phantasmo, Legado de Phantasmo versus Swerve and Breezango, which I think they might win just so they can get that one little upper hand before Takeover, before Phantasmo wins. And then they're gonna have the one-on-one match between Johnny Gargano and Ridge Holland, and then Finn Balor versus mystery person between Kushida, Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes! Oh, I can get my boy Cameron Grimes. Kushida and Cameron Grimes both had pretty video packages for before their match. Kushida goes and says that it's his time. It's his time to win championship gold. And Cameron Grimes said that it's his time to go straight to the moon, baby, straight to the moon. Oh, come on, Cameron Grimes. Oh, Cameron Grimes needs to be, and he needs to win. I hope he wins. But it's Kushida versus Cameron Grimes versus mystery opponent, who happens to be Velveteen Dream. Dream is Velveteen Dream. Dream is Bam, 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 bam comes out of the couch like this. He's like, he has like a white beard now. He out here. He's been through some things, I guess. So apparently allegations on him is not true because if they were, he'd be gone. So this was a fun main event, triple threat main event. Bushido's really good. He needs to be in like title pictures. I don't know why he's not. It's such a shame. And this is one thing that's with NXT is like the roster is so deep that like somebody like Kushida who's like really good just like has no like can't fit in right now. So they should put him in a tag team with somebody and just go in the tag team direction because he's really good and deserves all the titles. But anyways, this match was good. A lot of a lot of double team stuff. Um, uh, 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 Swerve's not Swerve, Velveteen Dream. He seems like he hasn't really lost a step, and he's been gone for a minute. He did really good. Kushida flying all over the place. Cameron Grimes did his thing. The end of the match sees my boy Kushida has Cameron Grimes in a hover lock. Well, he has him in an armbar, and then Velveteen Dream tries to go up for like a purple rainmaker, but instead he Kushida catches him instead in the armbar. Tries to go for the hover lock. Hey guys, I'm back again. Again, my video. I gotta do something about this storage space. It just keeps messing up my storage space. But uh, like I said in the end, Kushida goes to have Velveteen Dream in a hoverboard lock. Velveteen Dream picks him up. He turns around. Cameron Grimes, boom, cave in. Uh, Velveteen Dream gets out the ring. Cameron Grimes pins Kushida 1, 2, 3. Kushida loses. Velveteen loses. Cameron Grimes is going to the letter Money in the Bank. Uh, Velveteen, for whatever reasons, not having it. He slaps Kushida. He beats him up, even though he can face this guy who turns up behind him. Finn Balor comes up behind him and pretty much is like, hey, me and you next week, winner goes on to TakeOver, which should be a good match. So that was NXT. That's all I had. I only had like a minute and a half left, but my camera messed up. So overall, I'm gonna give NXT. Gonna give it a B. It wasn't that. It was good. It was still a solid show, but it wasn't as good as NXT normally is. Or normally NXT is like really good, but it felt like they're just getting their stuff out ready for Takeover 30. They're just getting their stuff out and getting prepared for that show. So I don't expect nothing so that huge to come out this week. But next week should be pretty decent with Gargano and Rich Holland and Finn Balor and Velveteen Dream. That should be great stuff. Plus the more stuff that they plan on doing. So that should be all great stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure again you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.